Well, we've got a really good starting hand. We've got Slay, which is fantastic, and we've got a 2 and a 3, so can't feel too bad. Crackshot Fugitive works pretty well with all of the weapons that we've been adding in.
Move over, I'll handle this.
Ooh, and our opponent is going with a pretty aggressive route here. We're going to start off with this Crackshot. Might have been able to do it with Stranger too, just because I'm more willing to throw that one away. We're going to attack and see what happens.
Be redeemed.
Got a lot of removal. We do need the Primal for this, but I like how much removal we currently have in our hand. And opponent does nothing. I like that. Too bad I didn't lead with the Stranger. As it turns out, that would have been pretty good. Opponent's still doing nothing. I'm pretty worried about that, though. They're, like, going over things in their hand, and it scares me. Like, they're acting like they're waiting on something.
The end!
Okay, well, we can just pop that one off, I think. Smash the team. And we'll leave them in pretty dire straits here. Only 9 life. Facing down a 5-3, a 3-3, and a 2-2. Ooh, alright, they got their third color before we did, so that's a little terrifying. We can use this Gunslinger to get our Triggerman online, but we can't do that and get the Stranger. Let's attack this way. I'm expecting they've got a removal spell. Maybe a Finest Hour. Victor's Cry. Alright, well, that'll do it. Well, then it's going to cost 3. I actually like just flooding the board then.
Weaken us.
Let's play both of these. They're at such a low life total that just going over the top here is good. Ooh, Victor's Cry immediately. Kind of a waste for them because I doubt they can attack here. No big deal though because they just get another card. Hip shot that. That actually really sucks because we would have been able to get our Triggerman down. I think we attack team. And this is lethal. Cool. Swear Vengeance. Well played. Alchemical Blast actually does a little bit of work. I don't mind playing Alchemical Blast. This hand is kind of dicey. We need some early game. I really prefer some early game. I don't want to have my first play be a 4-drop, but we have Alchemical Blast as a possible removal spell. We are on the draw, so we're going to see a lot of cards before we actually get to turn 4. We've got a lot of early plays. I think this is actually okay. There's a decent chance that we hit a 2 or a 3-drop that we can play right away. And we've got all of our power. I think it's okay. I like getting Hooru Banner. I would have preferred to get something like Battlefield Scavenger. Battlefield Scavenger would be a great
Hitting
draw.
would weaken us.
But we have a lot of things that we can hit. Maybe not. We'll see. Opponent already on 3 colors, which is kind of scary. I mean, this might not actually be fixing for the 3rd. It might just be a 2-drop. But I hate seeing the fact that they've got pretty consistent mana out already. We could have as well, but you know, I'm not my opponent. That's their problem. I'm thinking very hard about this turn. Okay, our opponent decided to attack, and now they're thinking again. There we go. Okay, so they're going to play Spirit Guide, which is really good, but we can just slay it here, and I'm happy enough doing that. I don't love it, but I'll do it. Yeah, so I guess their debate was about whether or not to mentor the Stranger, or maybe hold it off. Yeah, I'm not sure why they were thinking so hard about that.
Watch me.
Okay, Flashy Duelist. They're going to be able to attack us for a lot this turn. I
shadows
think, though, that I
hide
still
us.
Savage Stranger. I can Alchemical Blast their Stranger and hopefully start doing something with this. I actually really want them to play a flyer if possible. Entrapment's okay. Let's attack and see what they do. They have something, they paused. I'm gonna shoot this. Do they have the pump spell? I'm doing it on our turn because there is the possibility that they do things like, yeah, there we go, Ironclad Oath. Bad news for us, that's a ton of damage coming back. But at least we didn't get Ironclad Oath as well, because could you imagine if we did it now on the Ironclad Oath? And it goes from bad to we are just dead. One more power. We get Entrapment and Cudgel. This might seem crazy. I'm gonna attack, use the Entrapment on the Stranger, and then I'm gonna try and Cudgel and block the 3-1 afterwards. I'm hoping that they just have a flyer if they have a creature at all. Opponent again, pretty deep in the tank. I mean, it seems like you just...
Thanks for the
No, they're not going to attack with both. It was just lethal, so I'm kind of surprised that they decided not to. Because that was just to see if they could kill us. They wouldn't have been able to do it.
My oath is true.
It makes sense to do
if
it,
your
though.
coin stays good.
Do I want to attack, try and block here? We're going to have 9 coming in. It's lethal over 2 turns. They have to actually respect it. I actually think that we just get really aggressive here. Down to 7. They have so many cards in hand, I think our best option is to try and smash them real quickly here. Before they have a chance to play everything. Opponent is deep in the tank again. It's understandable that they spend a long time to think about this because this is a very pivotal turn for sure.
Sacrifice.
Cannot speak here apparently. Okay. I'm not gonna chump yet. So they have to chump block. I might have opened myself up to like a Alchemical Blast killing us, but that's really the only thing in those colors that they could be playing. We've got 2 chump blockers now. I imagine they're going to have to leave back. And honestly, if we can chump with this Minotaur and not die, then Shielded Short Barrel is lethal on the backswing. Because it makes either one of these lethal. This gets +2 while it's wielding a weapon.
By spell and steel!
And there we go. Have them multiple ways. So we can just do this. And attack for 17 and the win. Whew! That was a really, really tight game. So we're now sitting at a 4-1 total. Not bad. Ooh. I mean, I have Slay and Bloodletter. I think I have to keep this hand. Slay Savage Stranger, or sorry, Bloodletter Savage Stranger is pretty strong too, for obvious reasons. Giant Beater in Savage Stranger, added with Lifesteal from Bloodletter is pretty good. Okay, we definitely don't want any more Shadow Sigils. That's a big downside for us. Nothing too fast here. Blink Wolf is annoying, but not the end of the world. Need a unit or two, but we've got the time. And That is a good
Pity
unit for us to see,
weaken us.
considering the Savage Stranger. I'm not going to trade because we've got the Savage Stranger waiting in the wings to pump it up.
They will be punished.
And we're going to attack first. There's basically no way that they block the flyer.
The
We're
shadow
going to get the Savage
beside
Stranger,
us.
make it bigger. And Crackshot Fugitive is a great hit here too, because we're able to actually have a bunch of weapons to build it up. See what our opponent does. I guess they're a little annoyed that we have strangers working together here.
With precision.
Spirit Blade Stalker is a really good one. I kind of want to just slay it. It does mean that I can't attack the 3-2. But I really don't want Spirit Blade Stalker sticking around.
Ready.
The lifesteal is too way too dangerous. If we can draw Primal, we're in incredible shape. Yeah, they had the power to do it. So we would have had to deal with like a 3-3 lifesteal Valkyrie, and I'd just rather kill it now. Okay, so we can do that for 3. Personally, I think that we just Copperhall Cudgel and attack with the team. I don't want a Bloodletter yet, because I think that they've got something. Maybe not, because it seems like they're annoyed that we have it. Yep. Apparently they had nothing. They didn't even get to see the Bloodletter. Nice. Okay. 3-0 so far today, so that's putting us at 5-1 total, because like I said, I wasn't able to do all of the games. I'm going to make sure that I can get through them this week. Last week was a little busy. This is our first really bad hand. It's just unplayable. We don't... When you can't play 90% of your hand, you've got to throw it back. Especially, I mean, Primal is our splash color. We don't need a lot of it. Even this hand's a little dicey. Does have feeding time, Alchemical Blast. We've got some time to sit back, play some removal spells, and wow, that card's going to be great for us. I wish that this was Copperhall Cudgel almost because of this. I feel like you miss out a little bit on the lifesteal, although Highbranch Sentry can do it.
There's much to learn here.
So we're going to slam Highbranch Sentry first, and maybe just Bloodletter on it, honestly. Because that's just such a beating so early. Yeah, they're going to do the same thing. Ours is a little better than theirs, thankfully. Not much, though. It's a little slower. And they keep the card on top. I was hoping that I could Alchemical Blast that, but not going to happen. Still, I mean, pretty solid start for us. We're in good shape.
Be claimed by shadow.
Cultist and attack, not leaving them both back to block. Interesting choice. I probably would have left back to block there. Kind of surprised they didn't. I'm willing to slam in now, and I think we just lead with tandem watch wings so that we can start pressuring in the air just in case they deal with the 6-6. Oh, sabotage? Really? Wow, that sucks. Because they'll get the feeding time. Yeah, now they'll leave back, which they should have done last turn, I would say, but yeah, what do you do? I think I'm just going to smash here, play the Triggerman. Yeah, into the furnace. Okay.
Thanks for the help.
Wow, that was the exact perfect time for them to sabotage, because I was definitely going to feeding time the 4-4. Still, decent shape for us. And we have a lot of weapons to draw. Extinguish. Fine. Ooh, Entrapment is kind of cool.
Ready.
Hold them off!
Play both of these and pass. We'll wait. We have time so far. They're the one that's low on life total. We've got some decent endgame.
Yeah, let's go! I've got him!
Good hit. But now we get Vainglory Patrol,
These
which is a
wings
lot more
suit me
important.
just fine.
Crackshot wasn't doing a lot. Hopefully they don't have
Got
another
him
one.
in my
Wow.
sights.
Yeah, they've got a lot of gas. A lot of gas.
Be
It's going to
redeemed.
be a tough one if they keep drawing like this, because getting those 2-for-1s there is pretty insane. That's a pretty brutal
These wings
2 turns
suit
that we
me
just had.
fine.
Okay, they know that we have the Alchemical Blast, so we can just pop that off when we want. We're just stuck waiting. Yeah, World Pyre Phoenix is almost unbeatable. We can stall it for a little while, and especially with Xenan Cultist, my god. Like, we can stall here, but it's going to be incredibly hard to beat that, because if they get to 9, then it becomes an 8-8, and it's actually going to be a 10-10 because of this. So, I mean, I'm going to kill it. I don't really have much choice but to kill it. However, beating 10-10 Flyer is going to be next to impossible. I need to find a way to bust through right away. Another weapon or something. A slave
Now
for one of
this I can
these.
work with. Back to the skies with
Oh,
you.
wow. Yeah, that's a really good draw for them as well. It's going to be incredibly difficult to win through.
Thanks for the help, friend.
We're just stuck passing for now. Not much we can really do.
These wings suit me just fine.
We survive.
Unseen Agent could actually do it. They've got a lot of pressure on us in the air, but if we can find a weapon to put on this, like we get a Copperhall Cudgel, it's possible that we can race here. And we are drawing a couple cards right now.
Thanks for the help, friend.
Light the night with
Wow.
flame.
It is they have a lot of gas though. Just a lot of gas.
Hide us.
Come on, weapons. 9, so they've got their 10 power flyer. We're just dead next turn. Nothing we can do about it. I mean, I might be able to have a removal spell. It saves us for a turn. Oathkeeper is cool with the Unseen Agent, but it's not nearly enough. Opponent's deck is really good, and World Pyre Phoenix is just an absolutely bonkers card. In this kind of a format where things are this slow and you can spend the time to just get all your power together, it's nigh unbeatable. Alright, this hand I have to redraw. We just can't play most of it again. This is great though. Oh wow, this is awesome. Yeah, it shows our opponent had like just a perfect Sabotage that last time. I don't still personally like Sabotage all that much in here. In Draft, it's for sure useless. In Sealed, it's a lot better because there are a lot more removal spells that are very key. The problem is that you have to draw Sabotage at the right point of the game. It does absolutely nothing as a top deck.
Now this I
But it
can
does
work
show you
with.
that it's not totally unplayable, because that last game, I mean, if we had feeding time, we could have been able to use it on the Phoenix, or we could have pressured them early by killing off their creature and just keep hitting in with our 6/6, and we had a really good chance of winning that. Honestly, it was Sabotage that kind of put the nail in our
Stillness
coffin.
can be strength.
That's good. A lot of Aegis here. Well, good for them, bad for us. I could Cabal Countess. Getting down the 6 power attacker right away is a solid idea, I think. It's too bad that we can't attack with this and start getting our Warcry triggers on. Being on the draw here, just a bit of a downside. Not worried about blocking. If they really want to use a Finest Hour on our 1/3, I think I'm willing to take that.
You messed with the wrong gal.
Opponent's got their 3
That's
colors
cute.
there. And I'm gonna just power this up
Now
and
it's
start
my
swinging.
turn.
They have a lot of pressure back on us, though. I mean, we're swinging for 6, but so are they. Spent 2 turns setting that up. Now they can stun the Countess. Okay, I mean, I will keep blocking. A little bit of a waste of time. We can play Alchemical Blast and a creature to kill this. Or we can just feeding time it. I like attacking to get the war cry. And I think... yeah, I don't know what I want to do here. Whether I want a Xenan Stranger and Crackshot, or just, like, hold up Alchemical Blast.
Pity would weaken us.
Kind of like the Alchemical Blast play. Although, might be better to do this, pop the Aegis there, and then feeding time it. Because now that they've ultimated it, that's kind of the issue. Hello, Shielded Short Barrel. I'm gonna assume that they don't have enough damage to get over Crackshot Fugitive tier 2. We're just gonna crack back with both.
Aim.
Hope I'm not wrong. Don't think I am, though. I imagine we can take 4. I could have left back the 1-3. If we put Shielded Short Barrel on it, we have 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have lethal on the crackback. Barring blocks, of course. I mean, if they have blocks, then it's not going to be.
The throne awaits.
Soaring Guard is actually great here for them. Just that little bit of extra health could mean a lot to them. Is this for each other attacking unit with the weapon? No. Okay. I mean, I could just put Shielded Short Barrel on the Battlefield Scavenger, actually. Because if I do that, then it can block the 4-3. Yeah, let's do that. This is 9 damage, so it's a lot of pressure. And they can't really remove... Oh, they have Entrapment. Nice. Oh, this is going to be nasty then. Uh-oh. They're reading the card. Wow! Oh, that's so bad for us. What a top deck. That's pretty incredible. Yeah, not much I can do about that. Like, I was just checking to make sure we didn't have any Valkyries, and the easiest way is just to click it, see if there's the ability. Wow. Wow, Shelterwing Rider is the top deck. Tough one. Tough top deck for us. That's an insane card, and very hard for us to beat here. Unfortunate. Alright, so we ended this week with 3-2 as our record for our 5 after 2 unfortunate losses for sure. That second one, that top deck Shelterwing Rider was so brutal. I was pretty sure that we actually had a really good chance of winning that. And then top deck one of the best rare flyers that you can have, and it's like, well, that'll be the end. Shows you that bombs are very important in sealed, so things like World Pyre Phoenix, Shelter Wing Rider, all these kinds of cards are really, really big. It is what this deck is missing. This deck doesn't have anything that's kind of like a game-winning bomb in the same way that like a World Pyre Phoenix is. We can't win a game off of a single card quite the way that our opponents were able to in those last 2 games. Something we do have a big advantage though for our deck, which a lot of decks don't, in that we have a lot of removal. We have Feeding Time, Entrapment, Slay, Extract, Violent Gust, and Alchemical Blast, which is really solid. I mean, that's a lot of removal. I would be surprised if most people have more than like 2 or 3 pieces of decent removal, and we've got like a bunch of premium ones. Feeding Time, Entrapment, and Slay are all top tier, and Extract is close. So we've got some really, really good stuff. I'm pretty impressed with the deck for the most part. The big thing that we're missing is a bomb, because the big thing that you want in any kind of limited event, and especially in these seals, you need bombs. It's called bread. You may have heard it before if you're familiar as a Magic player, but bread is an acronym to kind of make you remember kind of the most important cards to the least important. And it starts off with bombs, then removal, which we do have in spades, thankfully. After that, you want evasion, so you need things that have, in this game, specifically unblockable, anything that has flying, anything with overwhelm, those kinds of cards, or ways to give your creatures that. So then you want evasion. After that, you want aggro, so you're going to want cards that are just aggressive, because if you're stuck not doing those other things, then at least you want to be aggressive. I would actually kind of count, by the way, I would count Quick Draw to be a little bit of evasion, because it's hard to block, so anything that makes it hard to block is helpful, and I think that Cabal Countess, like Quick Draw kind of things, do count for that. Makes it difficult for your opponent to reasonably block it. And then last you have D, which is duds. So you just don't really... Cards that you don't really want is your last one, so bread is the acronym, and we're filling out at least the removal and evasion side of that decently well. We've got the Vainglory Patrol, we've got some Triggerman with... the Quick Draw, we have Cabal Countess with the Quick Draw, and we have a bunch of removal, so we've got that kind of down. The big thing that we're missing is we need to find, hopefully in the next week or so, something that's really big and nasty. I'm not sure exactly what that would be in these colors. Like a Martial Ironthorn from Empty Throne would be pretty good. I'm not sure that's going to be like the biggest bomb, but something like that is kind of what we're looking for. Yeah, so hopefully we get some more good opens in the next weeks. I'll do some more playing on my off time, and I'll see how we end up. I hope all of you have the best of luck, and if you do like this video, please like and subscribe. I would absolutely love, love, love to see a little bit more of your wonderful faces, and if you guys can give me that hand by liking and subscribing, it does help me do this full time, so... I put out a lot of videos, and it does take a ton of time. Getting that little bit of a boost does help a ton, and lets me continue to do it. So I appreciate all that support. I'll see you next week.